this is your life on autopilot. This is literally it. And that led me to a really tough place in life. And I truly believe that is the secret to maintaining long-term success in fitness. And that is the start of everything. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about what I wish I knew before I started lifting. And if I had had this video earlier, I feel like I could have avoided a lot of setbacks and made progress a lot easier. So in some ways, I wish this is the video that someone had sent me before I started my journey. But nonetheless, here we are. We've learned by trial and error. You guys can save a lot of time. So if you want, go ahead and save this video for later. Let's get into the video. Let's go. Okay, so the problem that a lot of people face, including myself when I first started working out, is staying consistent and actually sticking with our fitness goals. And this could be due to so many different things. The most common thing that I hear is a lack of time, a lack of knowledge, a lack of inspiration, a lack of accountability. So many different things keep people from staying consistent in their ultimate goal, which is typically to get in shape. So not staying consistent with your goals leads to what I call an autopilot lifestyle. Now, an autopilot lifestyle can either be good or bad. It can be good if you have a predetermined goal and you set the habits that you need in order to achieve that goal, and you're working weekly, monthly, yearly to achieve that goal that you predetermined. On the other hand, it could be bad if you don't have a predetermined goal, if you have no accountability for your actions and you're heading towards a goal that you do not want. And it's not a goal that you've actually set for yourself, but it's definitely something that you're working towards based on the habits that you consistently do. And this is actually a concept that I first heard when I read Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil. So this is a book I would highly recommend you guys read this when you get a chance. He coins the term as drifting, which is essentially when you have no specific goal that you predetermined for yourself, and you're essentially just allowing like the current of life to take you wherever it's taking you without any type of opposition and any type of mindfulness in where you're headed. You're essentially a victim of life and just allowing the current of life to take you wherever it's taking you. And I've been there before. Like when I first started working out and getting into fitness, I'd work out for like a week at a time or like maybe a string of weeks at a time. But when life inevitably got busy, the gym would be the first thing that would fall off. I would allow basically any excuse to keep me from staying consistent in the gym. And because of this lack of consistency, I eventually became someone that I didn't recognize. And I remember vividly in college gaining the freshman 15 that everyone jokes about. Like I definitely gained it, and it was because unconsciously I was working towards a goal that I didn't set for myself due to the habits that I consistently was executing. So this was a life on autopilot, but it was in a direction that I did not want to go. I was moving very fast in a negative direction, and it was all happening unconsciously, but all manifested itself physically. And looking back, like I'm realizing how close I was to like being stuck. But today I'm going to share a system that helped me to break free and ultimately course correct and set my life on a direction that I actually predetermined and could be proud of. So the ultimate goal of fitness, or at least the one that I've set for myself, is a situation where I don't have to think and I just achieve my goals automatically. So this means having a system that ensures you achieve your goals automatically without having to overthink every step. And I call this fitness on autopilot, and I truly believe that is the secret to maintaining long-term success in fitness. And I didn't think this was possible at first, so I understand if you're skeptical. But over the last 7 years of working out consistently, like I've been able to create a system where I stay in shape, I get stronger each year, and I'm still able to enjoy my life. And the key is shifting your mindset, because this is also possible for you as well. And if you haven't achieved this yet, it's possibly because of a knowledge gap, a skill gap, or execution gap. But today in this video, we'll be able to close those gaps so that you'll be able to start working towards achieving your fitness on autopilot as well, because it's definitely possible. You just have to shift your mindset and begin to believe that it's possible, and that is the start of everything. So I know I mentioned this earlier, but you guys know about the freshman 15, and like I lived that reality. And the reason was because I really just let myself go, and I had no ambition. Like I had no personal goals, and I really was just drifting through life, and I didn't know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to achieve. And that led me to a really tough place in life. And I know like a lot of people have been there before. I'm not the first one to be there, but it was really a difficult time in my life because I had this image of who I wanted to become, but I didn't have the tools in order to become that person. And that led to a lot of helplessness and feelings of anxiety because I knew what I wanted to become, but I didn't have the tools or knowledge in order to get me there. And by knowledge, I guess I'm referring more to the mental side of things because I, ironically enough, was a kinesiology major. So I studied exercise science, I studied nutrition, so I knew logically what I had to do to get fit, but emotionally, I guess, or mentally, I hadn't caught up to that reality and what that would entail. So what that led to was me allowing any and every excuse to stop me from going to the gym. I just didn't have a strong reason to go to the gym. So everything would stop me from going. So for me, it wasn't necessarily a knowledge or skill gap, but more of an execution gap because I didn't have a strong enough why to keep me motivated and to get me started on the journey. But yeah, ultimately, I just remember one day waking up, looking in the mirror and just not being happy with who I was, where I was in life, how I looked. I just wasn't happy. And that was the moment that I realized that no one was coming to save me. No one was coming to make sure I went to the gym or ate right. That responsibility fell 100% on me. And the moment I started internalizing that was the moment everything started to change. So one of the benefits I think isn't talked about enough with fitness is that it really gives you this confidence in that you know that you can control your life and that your life isn't up to the universe or up to external factors that are outside of your control. You realize that a lot of your life is in your hands, and if you could change your body, if you can get your diet and you can get your workout habits on track, then you know that this can translate into so many other things. Other benefits is that you'll live longer, you'll live healthier, so you'll have an increased quality of life. And then also you'll attract like-minded people, and you'll also just open doors and possibilities that you didn't even think were possible just because you started taking your fitness seriously and you start taking yourself seriously. So other people start to notice that, and that's one of the benefits that I don't think is honestly talked about enough with fitness. You also can become a positive influence to other people because people realize that living healthy is possible, and it doesn't have to be something that completely takes over your life and makes life unbearable. It's possible to live and enjoy life while also staying fit and being health conscious. So now this is step by step how I achieved autopilot fitness. Now the first step is that you have to determine a goal. And the key to this is to making it a goal that is actually achievable and one that's sustainable. When I first started out, my goal was to honestly improve my mental health. I didn't have any specific physical goal that I had to achieve, but every time that I worked out, I was taking steps towards improving my mental health and I felt better about myself. So just going to the workout in itself was me achieving the goal. So the next step is going to be to determine what your habits are. So this is where you're going to take a catalog of the habits that you have that are either good or bad, the ones that are helping you achieve your goals and the ones that aren't helping you achieve your goals. Write down all the habits, the ones that are good and the ones that you know are the ones that are hurting you from achieving your goals. We want to completely expose what you're doing so that we at least understand where you're starting at. So after you determine the current habits that you have and what you're doing currently on a day-to-day basis, now what I want you to do is to write a new set of habits that you want to start doing. And the key to this step is to make sure that you are choosing sustainable habits. What I mean by this is that you're choosing things that you can actually stick with. So this isn't the time to write outlandish things like run 4 miles a day or work out 6 times a week, because you and me already know that this isn't sustainable. Even if it's something that's kind of embarrassing or you don't think is worthy of writing down, that's exactly what I want you to write down. So if it's as simple as push-ups at home, sit-ups at home, 20-minute walks or 30-minute workout sessions, whatever you know that you can stick with is what I want you to write down. So after you've determined your goal and you've written down the habits that you believe will allow you to ultimately achieve that goal, what I want you now to do is to start tracking whether or not you complete said habit each day. So you can do this either on a piece of paper or digitally, but what I want you to do is essentially create a chart. And on this chart, you'll have the habits that you want to achieve on the left-hand side, and then you have the days of the week on the top. And each day that you complete the habit that you listed, just put a check mark beside the habit. And don't lie to yourself. Like if you don't do it, don't check off the habit, because you're only deceiving yourself and keeping yourself from achieving what you want to achieve. The key to this process is that at the end of the week, you're going to do what's called a weekly review. And this is essentially where you're seeing how consistent you were with the habits that you laid out for yourself. So for example, if you plan to work out 3 times a week and you only did it for 2 times, then your consistency rate is only 67%. And during these weekly reviews, you also have to write down what worked, what didn't work, and what you plan on changing in the following week, so you don't fall back into the same mistakes that kept you from having that 100% consistency rate. So the ultimate goal is to do these reviews weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. And the cool thing is that the percentage of time that you actually do the listed goals will be in direct proportion to your progress towards your ultimate goal. And this is exactly the time that you allow your habits to start doing the heavy lifting, because consistently sticking to realistic habits builds a mindset that eventually just takes over. And what's even cooler is that over time, like, you start to lose the decision fatigue and your habits just start to steer you automatically towards your goals. And this is your life on autopilot. This is literally it. It's like your destination is your goal, your vehicle are your sustainable habits, and your GPS are your adjustments and the reviews that you're doing along the way. That's a bar, bro. That's a bar. I was not expecting that, but that is a bar. And that's literally how simple it is. And this is how you achieve what is a life on autopilot, or like fitness on autopilot. I'm just trying to create like a catchy term to like make this all make sense. But essentially that's really all it is. Just determining a goal, creating sustainable habits. I think that's where most people mess up, is that they create these outlandish habits that they know they're not gonna stick with. Choose something so, even if it's embarrassing, like choose something so simple that you know you can stick with. 5 push-ups a day, 10 push-ups a day, you know, just something that you know you can do. That's what's most important. If you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate you. I was thinking about ending the video there, but since I'm about to go to the gym, I figure I might as well just take you guys along. First of all, if you found any value, please go ahead, hit the like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And also, if you'd like any help with any of the things that we talked about in today's video, feel free to hit me up in the DM on my Instagram. The link is in the description. I'd be happy to help you out with this process. I got a new gym membership at this gym called DMV IRON. I've seen like a lot of like influencers and like other people in the fitness industry go there. So like I figured might as well like try it out, be in that environment. Yeah, I went the first time a couple days ago and it was honestly a great experience. Like it's a really nice gym. They have really nice equipment. The intensity is a lot higher and it's just a good environment to be in. Like if you're trying to really make progress with your fitness goals. But yeah, about to head there, get this workout in. I'll probably do a pull day. Still trying to figure out where all the machines are at this gym. Like this gym is massive. Like they just added an extra 10,000 square feet. So it's actually ginormous. I'm still like trying to figure out where all the equipment is. Like I'm like a newbie in the gym, which is a weird feeling. But it's also nice because they change the pace. One thing that I will say is that this gym is very far. It's not even that far. It's like 20-ish minutes, but still it's like far enough to where I just know that it'd be hard for me to come here every day consistently. And this is what I mean when I tell you guys to like choose goals that you know you can be consistent with. Knowing that this drive would eventually become a problem, I wouldn't make this part of my sustainable goals or sustainable habits. Instead, I would try to find something that's a little bit more sustainable for myself. So for me, that really means like finding a gym that's close by. So I'm keeping my LA Fitness membership. Can also always go to like my apartment gym. Always have that ability. This is DMV IRON. This gym is really nice, guys. Happy to at least come here when I can. Okay guys, so this gym is actually packed right now. It is my fault because I came in the middle of the day, but yeah, it is packed and I just got so like self-conscious trying to film it here. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be filming much today. I'm like in the corner doing my Stairmaster just to warm up right now, but maybe in another day when I come with like a workout partner or something, I'll be able to film a little bit more. But yeah, this gym is sick, bro. So many people here right now on a Saturday afternoon. Now, you were in LA, this place would be crickets. Ain't nobody working out in LA on a Saturday afternoon like this. So yeah, it's just the energy, feel the energy. Just everyone's just trying to get at it. I love that. So yeah, gotta get this pull day in. I'll see you guys at the end. Just finished that workout. It was a very good workout. Actually ran into some of my friends from college. They've been getting big. I think it's because they've been coming to this gym. And yeah, it was really cool to run into them. But yeah, sorry guys, I couldn't film too much. Like I said, hopefully next time. So actually turns out that they have filming hours. But yeah, that was actually one of the times where we weren't allowed to film. So like there weren't any cameras that were allowed. So I'm gonna have to come in at another time to film so I could like really show you guys the gym. But yeah, the good thing is that they're open 24/7. So I could really come at any time and just like film without having to worry about being in anyone's way. But yeah, to sum everything up, like you can achieve fitness on autopilot, and it really is just about creating a system of sustainable habits that will be the vehicle towards your goals. And trust me, if you follow this system to a T, there's no way you're not gonna see results. And like I said before, if you'd like any help with this process, go ahead and reach out to me. Soon we're gonna have a website where you can like fill out like a questionnaire, and then like we can work with you. But either way, like I hope you guys found some value nonetheless. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you can, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe, drop a comment. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're right now around 900, and I know we can do it before the end of the year. I'm very excited to hit that goal with you guys. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.